Netflix has been slowly building up its mobile gaming library, but they surprised us with this horror experience that I didn't know, but it was made by Oxenfree developers along with Zach Kreger, so should be good, right? Unhinged follows Ava in her apartment during a hurricane, which she was supposed to evacuate. You find stuff all over the apartment saying, oh, you should evacuate because there's a bad hurricane. She stayed around and she wants to go check on her neighbor. She's got a friend across the way. They find flashlights, have a conversation. Friend actually calls your actual cell phone, which is your controller, which is kind of cool. It's pretty interactive, though this kind of feels more like an interactive adventure than it does a complete game. I'll get into that more. It starts off really good, though. The storm's great backdrop. The apartment's kind of creepy. There's a padlock on one of the staircases to get out of the place, so that's kind of weird. So she mentions the superintendent that she's going to reach out to, but she wants to check on her neighbor. Tries to open the door, the latch is on. She doesn't get a response, but looks like the neighbor might be in the shower or something. So she passes it off as not something to worry about. And she's talking to her friend pretty much the whole time. You get some text messages too you can look through to see her relationship with these people a little bit. I wish they did more with the texting. I think that is a missed opportunity. This feels more like a tech demo than it does complete experience. It did build the atmosphere really well at parts, especially when you start getting chased by the crazy killer. It's called Unhinged, so there's definitely, of course, a crazy killer. It's got some creepy, tense moments that were pretty fun, like one where you're in this one guy's apartment and the killer's in with you. I'll talk more about that later when we get to spoilers. There's another part where you escape the killer through a window and you're out on this metal grate, but it's all like broken. It's like very Silent Hill-esque. I was just thinking to myself, like, I'd love them to do like a Silent Hill 4 The Room remake in this style with more features. But like I said, I think this is really more of a tech demo and kind of an interactive movie. They're doing all those interactive movies coming out in theaters they've been talking about with horror, which I'm sure is you're going to use your smartphone to interact with. I think this is a good test for it. And I really think Netflix will do more games like this. And I think they can make really good games, but I think they need to build it out a little bit more. The phone, though, I had no issue. It followed where I was pointing, interacted with what I told it to. I didn't have any problems with the controls. And like I said, it's like a point and click adventure. The only time I died, I pretty much died on purpose just to see what would happen. So there is a story mode. If you just want to watch it, you could do that too. Supermassive made a game called Hidden Agenda. I played it at a party. I don't remember much of it, but that's probably because of all the beer we had. I do want to play that with a group of people again because that seems like it could be fun. I think there's going to be a lot more of these, and I really think this one's more of an experience and tech demo. Definitely had good moments, but I had fun with it. Had some tense moments. Now I'm going to talk about spoilers. So some of the cool moments is one of her neighbors. He lives upstairs, and you're thinking you could escape to his apartment because the killer won't get you there, or you can get help. Turns out the killers unfortunately already killed him, and you turn him around, and he's his intestines are like hanging out, and he's still kind of alive. And then the guy comes up and starts like putting his intestines into the garbage disposal or something, and you gotta sneak around it. And the killer's voiced by Troy Baker. He does a good job at voicing Unhinged people, so that was a plus. And then of course you get to the basement, you get pretty beat up going down there. There's a laundry chute. Remind me of Halloween Part 5 when she goes down the laundry chute. She thinks she's almost out. The killer calls her. This is one of the problems too, is I really wish the game let you make your own choices more. Like, he keeps calling, and to go forward, you have to answer it. I kept ignoring it. Of course, I'm not answering that phone call. I'm in the basement. He doesn't know I'm watching him and know that it's him because he's wearing like a mask or whatever. But it turns out he's like Ben, the superintendent of the building. And he's built out this like creepy thing. Like, he built out the main character's apartment. He set cameras up in people's apartment, and he's got the neighbor she's checking on like just dead sitting there. She can see him calling, and she tells him she's escaped, and he's, of course upset because he wanted to murder her. But then he hears the engine kick off and figures out she's in the basement. And then he comes towards you. You arm yourself with a nail gun. He turns the nail gun on you and nails your hands to the table and then takes a phone call. So you got to have her pull her hands out, load those nails in, and she shoots him in the eye and then a couple other spots to put him down. And then she escapes, barely alive. Her friend meets her in the basement and helps her out. Then after the credits, you get a call from Ben, the superintendent. I answered it. Apparently you can ignore it, but I answered it, and he says that he got away. So they didn't intend it to hint at a sequel, but I'm sure if this does well, they'll probably do some sort of sequel. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is a really cool tech demo. It's a really cool concept. In another franchise like Silent Hill, if they redid like The Room or something, They could do some really, really cool stuff, and I'd love to see that happen. I think it's got potential. I think this is worth playing through and checking out yourself, but it's only 30 minutes, so it's up to you. It's like watching a horror short, essentially. I say check it out. Let me know what you all think of it below. Got plenty more coming out soon, so I'll see you all the next one. Thor out.